Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am trying out a bunch of new products that I picked up during the Sephora spring sale. So this is like part 2 to trying new makeup. It is a first impressions video as well. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts at the end of this video. So if you wanna see how I applied these products and how they worked out for me, then just keep watching. As you can see, I do have my skincare on and my SPF. I'm gonna start by putting my LANIEGE primer on. So I'm just going to put that all over. And then I'm going to put my WASO SBEJDO Poreless Matte Primer, and that just goes on the center of my face, right where my pore issues are. So I am going to put this sheer bronzer on by Iconic. This is in the shade Caramel Glow. So how I'm going to use this is I'm going to actually put it all over my skin. So this is what the product looks like. It's very warm, so I do like that. I'm just going to put this all over my skin. And it's supposed to be a sheer glow. You know, I thought it was gonna be a lot darker, but by looking at it, it has a really nice tint to it. It's really pretty on the skin. We'll just see how that works with my foundation. So I put it on the back of my hand so you guys can see. It has a really nice glow to it. So for eye primer, I'm gonna go in with my By Mario Eye Prep and Set. I pretty much just mix the two and then I place it all over. And I'm just gonna get some of that powder from the palette and set my eyelids. So for eyeshadow today, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Caramel Brown palette. These are the gorgeous shades in the palette. I'm super excited to use this, guys. So the first shade I want to go into is this one right here. And I'm just going to put that in my crease. Now the ladies at Sephora told me that these palettes are so good. The pigmentation and the blendability is there. They're super easy to use. And so far I'm seeing it with this shade because it just went on so beautifully. Now it looks way different on my eyelid than what it does in the palette. In the palette it looks kind of mustard yellow. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it doesn't come off mustard yellow. It came off kind of like a, I don't know, a peachy tone. All right, so the next shade I'm gonna go into is this one right here. And I'm gonna use that same brush. And by the way, I'm using an e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. This brush is so good, guys. I have a lot of brushes that I love from e.l.f. that work just as well as my really expensive brushes. Now this shade comes off as it does in the pan. It's a really beautiful, like kind of orangey rust shade. The next shade I want to go into is this orange shade right here. I have been eyeing that orange shade and I really want to use it. Look at that, guys. Look how pigmented that is. And I'm just going to press that on the eyelid. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how beautiful this is coming out. All right, so I swatched this shade right here, which is like a marble type shade, and it comes off very light. I mean, super light. There's like really no like pigmentation to it. So it's probably more like a topper shade. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the other shimmer shades in the palette. This gold shade also swatches off very light. So as you can see, it's like right there. And then these two shades on the bottom, the first one is this beautiful rush shade. And the second one's this shade, which has some like gold specks in it. But both of these swatch very, very nicely. So the gold shade and the marble shade here are just toppers. So you can actually lay those on top of the shadows. So I think what I'm gonna do is take that marble shade and just use my finger and press it into that orange shade. I'm just pressing it into it. And to be honest, it's really not doing much for that shadow at all. And I've actually dug my finger in there. So I don't know what the purpose of this shade is. I don't know if it's just to wear it on its own, but if you do, you're not gonna really see it. And it doesn't really go well on top of the shadow. But the other shades that I've been using, they've been working really good so far. I wanna go ahead and just deepen up this eye look. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm just going to press that into the outer corner just to deepen up that eye look. So we're gonna go ahead and come back to this. I think I'm done pretty much with my eyes, but we'll go ahead and come back to this to do the lower lash line. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Stay Naked foundation. I have two shades here, a 51 WY and then I have 61 NN. I mainly use this one, but I did self-tan, so I am gonna add 61 NN into this one. I'm gonna go ahead and just speed through this process. So by looking at it, I do see that really nice glow that Iconic Glow product gave me. It's really, really pretty. This is just one layer of foundation, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more because you guys know I like full coverage. But so far, it looks really, really pretty on the skin. It didn't change like my foundation, so I do like that. I just think it gives a really nice, beautiful, like glow from within look. I am gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in Tan. Okay, so I have a new concealer and it is by Giorgio Armani. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I do have mine in the shade 5. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work for me, guys, because it is a bit light. My daughter's actually helped me pick this shade out, so I'm hoping this is gonna work for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it here and here. Yeah, it's a bit light. And here and here. And then I'm going to take my sponge. By the way, this is an e.l.f. marshmallow sponge. I'm just going to press that into the under eye. It blended in really nicely. I just don't think it's giving me the coverage that I usually like in a concealer, but we will put a little bit more on. Let me go in with just a little bit more right here, and then a little bit right here. Oh yeah, that's better. Now, the shade is very light for me, but I'm gonna see if it kind of oxidizes a little bit to see if it blends into the skin a little bit better after a while. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute. I do like a brightening effect under my eyes, but I don't want it to be like too bright, like white. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and see what happens. So I let this sit for a little bit. It doesn't look as bad now that I've let it sit. It looks like it's a good shade for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it. I'm gonna set it with my One Size Powder by Patrick Starr. And it doesn't appear that it's creased much at all, really. I have like a little tiny crease right there, but I'm just gonna press it and then I'm just gonna place the powder on top. It's set really nicely with this powder. So now what I wanna do is go ahead and set my face with the DANESSA MYRICKS powder in 2.5. I'm just going to press that onto my skin. I love the formula of this powder. It just makes my skin look so like healthy and just smooth. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows really quickly and then I will come back on and we'll finish off with the rest of the product. Okay, guys, brows are done. Let's go ahead and get started with bronzer. I have two bronzers that I want to show you guys today. One of them is from Kaja. This is actually a bronzer, a highlight, and a blush. We aren't gonna use the blush today, but I do wanna try the bronzer and maybe the highlighter. Another bronzer that I wanna try today is this Tower Beauty bronzer. This one's in the shade Bronzino. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Now, I am going to go in with my sponge using this bronzer. So I'm just gonna use a clean part of my sponge and I'm just gonna press it in there and then just press it onto the skin. I'm hoping this is gonna work because lately here with cream bronzers, I just haven't had any luck. I end up using them and then they look very muddy on me. So I hope this one actually works. It looks a bit cool tone. So I'm gonna go in with the light hand because I don't want it to be muddy. So let me just press that into the cheek. Yeah, it looks a little gray. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side so it's actually even. These cream bronzers are tricky, guys. There's not very many cream bronzers here lately that have really worked on my skin. I hate when it looks kind of gray and muddy there. I think it's just because I'm a little bit darker. Maybe this would look better like on a light to medium skin tone. I'm gonna leave it the way it is anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and try this one. This one appears to be a little bit warmer than that one, and it does have a glow to it. That's it right there. I did try the matte bronzer that's not luminous, and that one didn't work for me at all. So I'm hoping that this one will just add some luminosity to my skin and give me that bronzy tone. All right, so I'm just gonna dip my sponge in there, and this one appears to have a little bit more warmth to it. And I'm just going to go on top of that bronzer. Gosh, yeah, that is so pretty. That works. This is working, guys. This looks really nice. Has that luminosity to it. I know you guys can see that. It's very evident. Yeah, I'm really loving that. So we're gonna move on to some cheek colors that I purchased from Melt. These are cream blushes. This one's in Sandy Cheeks. This one here is in Honey Thief. I do want to try both of them. So I'm going to just grab a stippling brush and I'm gonna go into Sandy Cheeks. Ooh, very pigmented, so I need to be careful. Press that onto the cheek. Now I'm using Sandy Cheeks closer to the top of my cheekbone, and then I'll go ahead and go in with Honey Thief more on the front side. But so far, so good with these guys. These are very pigmented, really, really pretty. So now I'm gonna go into Honey Thief, and I'm just gonna put that on the front part of my cheek. Yeah, that's really pretty. It looks so good on the cheeks, guys. It looks really, really nice. So here lately with the cream blushes, I've been putting on quite a bit because I tone it down with powder. Powder kind of diffuses the shade, so it's not too pigmented. I've been loving the way that turns out. So for powder, just to tone this down, I'm gonna go in with my Patrick Starrr One Size powder. This is the foundation powder in 4G. I'm just going to take a little bit of that, slightly go over that area because I don't want to take away that glow from the bronzer either, so just like that. So I still have that glow coming from my cheeks. I am going to go in with this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder. This one's in the shade 6.5. I'm so excited to finally try this because it's so beautiful in the pan. It is very finely milled. It doesn't have a lot of tint to it, but we're going to go ahead and just put this all over and just kind of fuse everything together. I'm just going to kind of swirl my brush in there. There is a little bit of pigment, but not much. And then I'm just going to blend this all into my skin. All right, guys, I went ahead and put on this Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This is what I used on my eyelashes today. I didn't do much with my hair today, guys, because I'm really not going anywhere today. I just wanted to try these products out for you guys today. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna wash all of this off, but I will give you my thoughts on the Giorgio Armani powder in just a minute. Now, what I wanna do is I wanna add a little bit more blush to the front parts of my cheeks, and I'm gonna go in with this Milani light to medium. This is the all-inclusive eye, cheek, and face palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm just gonna press that into the cheeks. All right, I just wanted to add a little bit more color to my cheeks. Not too much, just, you know, a really nice soft shade of pink. So for lips, I have some products by Huda Beauty. I did buy this Huda Beauty lip contour pencil. I have two shades here. I have warm brown and sandy beige. I think I'm gonna go in with warm brown. I actually saw Shades of Cassie use these on her channel, and I really loved the shades that she picked out. So I went to Sephora and I picked up a couple of the lipsticks and a couple of the lip liners. So this is the shade Warm Brown that I'm going to use today. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. She said they were super creamy, and they are. Look how easy that went on. It went on so easy. That was really nice and creamy. So now I'm going to go in with a lipstick. I actually picked up 3 shades. I thought I picked up 2, but I picked up 3. I picked up Angel, Buttercup, and Empress. Now, Empress is a very nude tone, so I'm not gonna go in with that one. Buttercup is more on the peach side. I think I'm gonna go in with Angel. These are her new lipsticks, the Sweet Nudes Power Bullet Cream Glow lipsticks. This is what they look like. I love the packaging. It's like a frosted cap that kind of has this gradient look to it. These are supposed to be a lot creamier than her matte lipsticks. Yeah, they do feel a lot creamier. I like that they have like a slight glossy finish to them. This shade is a lot more pink than I thought it was gonna be. So let me take this off because I want to try the Buttercup. I think the Buttercup would look better with this look. All right, here is Buttercup. This is a more peachy tone. I think it's gonna look better with this eye look. Yeah, that looks way better. Yeah, it's more on the peachy tone side. My hair is a little crazy. So I went ahead and pulled my hair back. That style right now is getting on my nerves just a little bit. So I went ahead and pulled my hair back. I feel like I can't talk to you guys because my hair keeps coming in my face. I was gonna put some eyeshadow down here, but I decided not to. I decided to just leave it the way it is. Like I said, I'm not really going anywhere today. Probably gonna run a couple of errands, but nothing really special. So let's go over these products. So let me start with the Melt Cream blushes. I do really like both of these blushes. I think they're so gorgeous on the skin. They go on very pigmented, so you don't need to use much. My favorite one out of them is Sandy Cheeks. Sandy Cheeks is a very beautiful peachy tone type blush, and I just feel like this one looked really good with my skin tone. Now Honey Thief is a little bit lighter, but I can still use this like in the winter, so I will be keeping both of them, but I really love this one. This one's so pretty on the skin. So those two cream blushes are a plus for me. I have been loving cream blushes here lately. I have quite a few favorites, and I'm thinking about doing a video that just focuses on cream blushes because there's been so many out right now, and I've tried quite a few, and I just want to let you guys know what worked and what didn't and what my favorites are. So I might do that here really soon. For the Huda Beauty lip liner and the lipsticks, I do love the way these lipsticks feel on the lip. They also have really good pigmentation, so really do love these, and I'm so glad that I picked these up per Cassie's recommendations. For the Iconic London Sheer Bronze, I do really like this. I think it looks really beautiful under my foundation. It didn't change the shade of my foundation. It just gave it a little bit of a warmer look, but it didn't change it drastically. So I really do like this underneath my foundation. I think this would be perfect for those of you who don't have like any imperfections and you just want something sheer and glowy. This would be like the perfect product for you. So I'm glad I picked this up because I think this is gonna be like perfect for the summer. Yeah, it just worked out really well. So for the Giorgio Armani concealer, it just doesn't have like a lot of coverage. Even though it looked like it gave more coverage on the second coat, I feel like since I've had it on, it's kind of faded. So I don't know about this. I don't know about this concealer. I think it might be too luminous for me with not enough coverage. It's just something that initially went on beautifully, but now it's not looking as good as I thought it was gonna look. For the Huda Beauty Caramel Brown palette, guys, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I think it's perfect like for the spring, for the summer, into fall, winter. I think you could use this any time of the year. Now, you do have a couple of shades in here that are just toppers, which I don't mind. Everything else works really well. This topper right here just didn't go on as well as I thought it was going to, but I'm pretty sure the gold one will go on a little bit better. It does have a little bit more oomph to it, you know, as far as the topper is concerned. So yeah, so I will be trying that, but so far these shades are so stunning on the eyes, and I just love the way the look came out. It's very soft, very pigmented, and this was super easy to use. So you guys already know that I am not feeling this bronzer inside this little Bento by Kaja. Like I said here lately, I've really had some bad luck when it comes to cream bronzers. They just look really muddy on me. They just don't come off as bronzy as I want them to be. I'm really sad that this did not work out for me because Kaja has some really nice products that I purchased from them that I love. And yeah, I'm just sad that the bronzer didn't work. So for the bronzer that did work, this Tower Beauty bronzer in Bronzino, guys, this is insanely gorgeous on the skin. I love that bronzy glow that it gives. It's gonna be beautiful, you know, just for that bronzy summer look. I'm really excited about this product, guys. I was sad that the other bronzer in their line did not work for me, but I'm so glad that this one did. I am definitely gonna be wearing this throughout the summer months. So for the Giorgio Armani powder, I'm actually gonna have to use this a little bit more. I don't know that I like the tone of this, so I'm just gonna have to work with it a little bit more, and if I don't end up liking it, I will let you guys know. But today I do like the glow that it gives. I just don't know that I like the tone, and when I looked online, a lot of the tones were pretty much kind of the same. They're more on the neutral cool side. I didn't really see any warm shades in this. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to continue to use this and see if I really do like it. All right, guys, that's it for my first impressions on all of these products. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.